Hey guys, how's it going? So, unfortunately, we're going to have to leave right where we left off. I was trying to look into a bunch of other stuff here, um, just with slimming down the game size and stuff because it's been getting pretty big. Um, and for now, I also again working on what we're working on will help reduce the size. But obviously, you always kind of want a lot of content and stuff in it. Alright, so let's just do the regular checks actually. Excellent connection. I will just refresh this, do sound test. Regular checks actually. Excellent connection. Sick. Alright, sound is good. We are good, we are good. So where we left off was working on the house. Let's see if this is in here. Yeah. So we just had the one last thing on Tuesday, which was the materials on the house. We just want to get that banged out, and we're done. And so that's just the on the house mesh itself, and then we're gonna merge the mesh. And again, doing a lot of tests, I think Unreal has figured out the same solution or the same kind of idea. Is just having a simple static mesh and having it turn into the blueprint itself when you interact with that blueprint. Once you do something with that blueprint, you interact with that blueprint, you see that blueprint. Interact with that mesh, see that mesh, do anything with that mesh, that's when that mesh turns into a blueprint object. Whether it's collision or something like that. And to have just a simple mesh is another way to put it is like the foliage actors, the way they do their foliage actors and the way we're doing our tree system. It's just all one foliage actor until we go to chop at a tree, and then that specific actor of actors gets converted into the actual blueprint object itself. And they've already started a system. Just every time I've tested that system, it's really buggy. It's the lightweight instance, and I've actually made one already. I could quickly show you guys that, I guess. If I go to finding home, I think it's just in my environmental assets, probably survival. No. Maybe I have a full, oh yeah, lightweight managers. I actually have a whole thing for architecture, complete building, shed. So I've already done one. And so with this lightweight manager, you put this into the level, and this lightweight manager knows, so in the level it's just going to have sheds, and how many instances of the sheds it has. And the light manager knows when to interact with one of those objects to swap out that object with a blueprint, and you set the blueprint, right? So and you'd have a manager, one manager that houses a bunch of those similar objects, right? So you're gonna have a ton of houses. A lot of the houses are gonna be kind of similar, or if not they are similar or the same. And it's just the way that they wanted to do it. Can I do it without their lightweight manager system? I think it would still be just a static mesh class, really. It'd still be a blueprint class. I would just have to try to disable as many features as possible. And I think I probably could just have a static mesh object, and when the static mesh object is interacted with, it wouldn't be the same as just having an actual static mesh, I believe, but we might go with something like that for now. So in the static mesh object, then you'd actually have the full class, maybe. I think that's what I was leaning towards actually when I was doing it before. So in the environmental assets, I had in my survival house interiors, I actually was going to have house exterior, and that would be just the generic static mesh object, and it would just house the static mesh for all the different houses, and when you interact with said static mesh, it would, or if you collide with said static mesh or any of those things, it would sorry, it looks like I have a problem here. I'll be just back in just a second. I'll have to boot up stream in just a minute.